So here we're going to have some examples of how to work geometric proofs. But first I want to show you how to find the measure of an angle when you have some congruent angles with some intersecting lines. These lines intersect at this point, and it forms these angles, angles A, B, C, or D. So the problem we're given says, in the figure below, two lines intersect to form angle A, B, C, and D. If angle C measures 128 degrees, then angle A measures which of the following? Which of these is correct? Based on your picture and what I've shared with you in another video about what happens when lines intersect, hopefully you know real quickly what the answer is. And that answer is 128. Because of the rule, the geometric rule that vertical angles are equal. So we know that A is equal to C and B is equal to D. They didn't ask us about B and D, they asked us about A and C, and since C is 128 and A and C are vertical angles, we know that B will also equal 128. Was that easy for you? I hope so. Let's work some other types of geometric problems. Let's work another geometry problem. Sometimes you will be asked to prove things. And here we're being asked to prove that angle 1 equals angle 3. Because we have two parallel lines, here's the first one, here's the second one, and they are intersected by this transversal. If you watch my other video, you understand that parallel lines, when they're intersected by a transversal, they form some congruent angles or some angles that have the same measure. And they are exterior and interior angles and supplementary angles and on, but check that video out if you haven't already. Because what we're doing is using the information in that video to solve this particular problem. We know that angle 1 is equal to angle 2. That's a given because of parallel lines intersecting with the transversal. And we know that angle 2 equals angle 3 because vertical angles are equal, and they are vertical angles, 2 and 3. And so we use the transitive property, and we say that if A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. Well, in this case, we have angles. So if angle 1 equals angle 2 and angle 2 equal angle 3, because of this property, we know that angle 1 equals angle 3, and it's because angle 1 and 3 are both equal to angle 2, which means they are also equal to each other. Transitive property of geometry and math will help you in a lot of your math classes, not just geometry. So please make sure you don't forget this property. Here's another example. You have three angles in a triangle. You have angle A, you have angle B, and you have an angle C. So we're going to work each one of these. First, we're going to work this one. If A plus B equals 90 plus C, prove that C is equal to 45. And the way we'll do that is, we're going to look at what's given to us. First, we know that A plus B equals 90 plus C because they told us, so that's a given. We also know that A plus B plus C equals 180 because of the triangle angle sum theory, which says that all the angles of a triangle equal 180 degrees. So that's another given. And that's one of those formulas you need to remember in order to be successful in geometry. Very easy. A plus B plus C equals 180 degrees. So now we're going to use the substitution theorem and substitute what we are given in order to help us find what we don't know. So we were given the 90 plus C. You can see it circled there. And so we're going to substitute for the A plus B, 90 plus C, because we know that A plus B equals 90 plus C. And so now we use the 90 plus C here to help us find what we're looking for. And then we do addition, and we end up with 90 plus 2C equals 180. And then we're going to just work our math magic, and we're going to get the C on the side all by itself. And to do that, we have to first subtract the 90, and then we divide by 2, and we get that C equals 45 degrees. Ha ha! We have answered and proven that C equals 45. And that's the answer to this example. Simple steps for complicated, or what might sound complicated to you. Try to break it down into simple steps to help you get to the answer you need to get to. We will move on to another example. The next one is prove that C equals, if A plus B equals C, prove that C equals 90 degrees. So we're going to work this one now. We are given A plus B equals C. We are given A plus B plus C equals 180 because all of the degrees of a triangle add to 180 by a theorem. So now what we're going to do is substitution again. And what are we going to substitute? We know that C equals this A plus B. So we're going to replace this A plus B with this C, and then we're going to simply solve. We get 2C. First you add the C plus the C, you get 2C equals 180. And then you have to get the C all by itself. So you have to divide both sides by 2, and you get C equals 90. We have solved another geometry proof. And we did it using simple steps that will help you solve almost any math problems. If you think about the theorems and the proofs and the things that are known and given to you, and think about all the different properties and things you can use, hopefully thinking about it that way will help you solve all of your math problems. In geometry, they give you a lot of facts. They may not give you all the facts you need, but you can find them if you just use what you know. All right, so we have proven that C is equal to 90 degrees. So here's our last example for this video, and it is an example of how to solve a geometric proof. And we are going to work on number 3. If C is the average or mean of A and B, prove that C equals 60. So our given is A plus B divided by 2 equals C. And we get that given from this statement. It told us that the average of A and B equals C. To get the average, we divide by the number of items on that side of the equation. It's the easiest way to describe it. So we have A plus B, 2 variables, so we divide by 2. Hopefully that's easy to understand. And then the next thing we're given is the theorem that says A plus B plus C equals 180 degrees, and we reviewed that in our other examples, so I won't repeat that again. Now with the substitution, with this particular example, you have to be careful because we need to substitute what we know C to be. And what do we know C to be? We know C is A plus B divided by 2. And that's what I'm showing you here. We removed C and replaced it by what C is equal to. And then with math, this is division, divided by 2. After we substitute, we have to multiply everything by 2 to get rid of this 2. So 2 times the A gave us 2A, 2 times the B gave us 2B, 2 times this fraction gave us A plus B, and 2 times 180 gave us 360. And then we simply simplify. 2a plus a is 3a. 2b plus b is 3b, and it's equal to 360. Again, we add like terms, so we have 3a plus b, 3b equals 360. I'm sorry, equals 360. And then we're going to use subtraction and division to get our final answer. After we get 3a plus 3b equals 360 degrees, we divide everything by 3 so that the variables don't have a number in front of them anymore. We are simplifying it, and we end up with a plus b equals 120 degrees. And that will give us 180 minus 120 equals 60 degrees, and we just proved that C equals 60 degrees. Now here in this box, I'm just trying to make sure I show you step by step how we got to the 180 minus 120 equals 60. We had a plus b plus c equals 180 degrees. A plus b plus c equals 180 degrees, right? Well, we solved and we found this answer, a plus b equal 120 degrees. So we substituted 120 for the a plus b, added it to the c, and then we simplified it by subtracting 120 from both sides, and that's how we got the c equals 60. So we have proven that C is equal to 60 degrees in this particular example. That's all I have for you today. This is Grandma T. I hope you do well in your math classes this year, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.